Ninjas, I'm Sabine.
And I'm Helena.
And today we're going to be leading you through some nature-inspired yoga and stretching. So the things you will need for this are a yoga mat or a blanket, whatever you have available to you. You can even use a towel, just as long as you have something covering the ground that you're on so you can stay safe and comfortable. You will also need some sunscreen to protect your skin, and you will need some water so that you can stay hydrated throughout the activity. So that's all you need, so let's get into our stretches. Okay friends, we're going to start out our practice as the sun. So for this exercise, it's going to be like we are making snow angels. We're going to be moving our arms up and then back down. While you're doing this, we're making the shape of our sun. I want you to raise your arms all the way up, and then you're going to slowly lower them back down. Now this time when you do it, I want you to breathe in all the way up, hold it at the top, and then stretch, breathe out all the way back down. Now we're gonna do this 2 more times, and while you're doing this, I want you to pretend, feel the power and the energy of the sun as we're moving up and down. So up, breathe in, stretch your arms all the way up, and then exhale, bring them back down. 1 more time, we're gonna bring them all the way up to the top, and then exhale, bring them all the way back down.
All right, now that we've been the sun, we're gonna use all that energy and harness it and use it to become a nice big tree. So we're gonna start from a little seed and imagine yourself sprouting out from the ground, out through the top of the soil. And you can be your favorite kind of tree, whether that's an apple tree or an oak tree, whatever you want. So imagine that you are planting your roots into the ground. Those are your feet. And then slowly stand up, using your roots to bring all those good nutrients and water to make you nice and big and tall and strong. And you can extend your branches. But we're gonna take this into a balanced pose. So imagine that your roots are all going through one leg, whatever leg you want, and we're going to take your other leg and either put it on the ground beside your trunk, or for a bit of an extra challenge, you can balance and just have that foot rested underneath your knee on your leg. And then when you're ready, you can take your branches and extend them towards the sky and keep them nice and tall and straight like a pine tree, or you can spread them out wide and stay like this. And if you wiggle a little bit in the wind, that's okay. You can let your foot come to the ground and then bring it back when you're ready. So you can take a few breaths here. Maybe you want to close your eyes, and then when you're ready, just bring your arms back in and down, and you can bring your leg back down, and we're going to switch sides. So just now switch. Your other leg is going to be your roots, and you want to take your foot up to here or to balance on your leg. All right, so you can bring your branches together and grow them out through the top of your head and stay like this, or bring them out to the side, and you can just take a few breaths here and stay as long as you want. Maybe you want to be a tree for 3 or 4 hours. If you're comfortable and you have the best balance in the world, you can do that, or if you're like me, you might fall out of it.
All right guys, so now that we've pretended to be the sun, we felt all that power and energy, we're going to bring it back down to the earth, and we're going to act and imagine ourselves as some of the creatures you might find while you're out walking in nature. So the first one we're going to try is an owl. So for this one, you're going to sit just like I am on the backs of your legs. You can stick your feet up just like this and sit on your toes, or you can have them flat, whichever one is easiest for you. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pretend that we're an owl and we're stalking our prey. So we're going to go look to our left. Make sure you stretch your neck all the way around, because owls have a big stretchy neck. And then you're going to move slowly over to the right. See what you can see. Do you see any mice maybe? Anything crawling around? Go back to the left. Maybe you missed something. Maybe there's something over here. Maybe not. Maybe we're going back to the right. Feel that nice stretch in your neck. All right, friends, so for this one, we're going to move away from the forest and into a nice grassy field, and we're going to move through two different animals with this one. You're going to be a cat that's just woken up from its nap, or you're going to be a cow chewing its grass out in the field. So you can continue doing this one from your seated position if you would just like to move from the waist up, or if you would like, I'll show you how to do it on all fours like a cat or a cow. So we're going to go up onto our hands and knees. What you're gonna do for our cat position, because when they wake up from their nap, right, they do a big stretch. So you're going to put your spine up towards the sky, big roll. You're going to put your head down towards the ground and stretch. And then we're gonna come back. For our cow, we're going to put our tummy down to the ground and our head up to the sky. And if you'd like here, you can chew some of your grass. Now roll back. You can roll up to your cat position, rolled spine upward, and then down, and then up to our cow with our head in the air. And you can do that as many times as you would like.
All right, everyone, so we're still sitting on the ground. So what we're gonna do now is move into a predator that we have around here in Hamilton. I don't know if you might have heard them around your yard, but a coyote or a dog, if that's more comfortable for you. So we're just gonna take our hands and put them underneath our shoulders and our knees underneath our hips, just like that. And once you're comfortable enough, we're gonna do a big dog or coyote stretch. Take your feet and bend them like that, and then send your butt up into the sky nice and slow. You can keep some bend in your knees here and move them around if that feels good. And if you're comfortable there and you want a bit of a challenge, you can try to take one leg up into the sky and do this funny extended dog stretch that I've never personally seen a coyote do, but maybe you have, depending what kind of coyotes you have in your yard. Bring that back down when you're ready and try to lift the other leg up too. And you can keep doing that. You can switch legs. So you can do that as many times as you want. Then once you're ready, you can bring it back down into this regular dog or triangle stretch. And then bring your knees back down to the ground. And you can stay there breathing as long as you like, or you can come back down to this position whenever you need to, just to take a break. And then you can always go back up in if you're ready. And if you really feel like a coyote during this exercise, feel free to let out a little howl, just like I hear around my house when the ambulances drive by. Okay, now that we have finished up being a coyote, we're going to be a bit of a smaller predator, a fox. You might not have seen too many of these because they're so quick and they spend a lot of their time running through the woods. So that's exactly what we're going to do. So to start off, we're just going to take one of our arms and stretch it out in front of us as straight as we can. Try to keep your back straight, and then take the other leg and lift it back behind you. So you're going to form this straight line that's just like a fox running through the woods, but paused in slow motion. So then once you're getting tired, you can bring those back down and you can switch sides. So lift up your arm first, and then take your opposite leg up in a straight line. So just be careful not to bend your back too much this way or this way. You want to be like a fox. And imagine, you can close your eyes if you want. You can imagine birds and trees just rushing by you as you're sprinting through the woods. And when you're finished, you can bring your arm and your leg back down. All right, for the next one, we're gonna actually move to standing. So however you like, just stand up. And we're going to move to a pond. Not actually, just for imagination's sake. We're gonna pretend to be a frog on a lily pad. So for this one, what you're gonna do is step your feet out just a little bit wider than your hips. And it might be easier to turn your feet outwards a little bit, because that's how frogs sit. So bring your hands into the middle, and what you're gonna do is start to bend forward as you bend your knees and come into a nice low squat with your hands in front of you just like this. And you can hold your hands like that, which is how frogs sit. But if you want a little bit of an extra challenge, you can always bring your hands together and just balance on your feet and use your elbows to push your knees as wide as a frog has their knees. So you can sit like this, and from here you can sway back and forth in the wind. Maybe there's a strong wind blowing across the surface of the pond, or you can add some hops if you're comfortable with that, though you might fall over, but that's okay. And you know, if you see a bug, a little water strider going by on the surface of the water, you might stick out your tongue and catch that bug as it goes by, or close your eyes and have a little frog nap while you're here. So then when you're ready, you can take your hands back to the ground and slowly stand back up, and you're a human again.
All right, guys, so now what we're going to do is we're going to imagine we're in the forest and we're a little baby bug. You can choose whatever bug you would like, but somehow we've fallen onto our backs. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna lie down on your back and then put your knees up into the air. And you can come and bring your two hands on either outside of your legs. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to get up off the ground. So you can roll to your left, roll to your right, bring your legs up. Maybe we want to go up. No. Maybe this way. Oh, no. So what we're going to do, pick side, your left or your right. We're going to put all of our energy into rolling. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Roll. Oh, there we go. And you can bring yourself up to standing, and then you're good to go on your way. So for our last pose, what we're going to do is we're going to imagine that we are a turtle, safe and protected in our shells as we finally take a little rest. So what I want you to do is come sit up on your heels, just on the back of your legs, and you're going to move your knees out right to the edge of your mat, or just spread them out on your blanket. What you're going to do is you're going to take your arms, we're going to turtle slow, stretch them down, and we're going to take our head and we're going to rest it gently down onto the mat. Now from here, you can stay here as long as you like, just stretching. You can take a couple deep breaths in and then a long breath out.
All right, if you had fun and you feel good, feel free to do this video as many times as you want over again, or you can do it throughout your whole summer every morning. It's a great way to wake up, feel good, get a nice stretch in, and breathe in some fresh air while pretending to be some local wildlife or farm animals. All right, Nature Ninjas, that's it for us today, but thanks for joining us for this stop on your summer eco adventure. Let us know which animal was your favorite, and if you're up for an added challenge again, you can try to make up your own animal and let us know which animal and how to do that pose so we can try it here at Eco House. All right, so just remember, have fun and be safe, Nature Ninjas.